All right, welcome. Today, we are diving into something really fascinating. We're looking at a 6th grade math lesson that, trust me, takes a very different approach to teaching geometry by connecting it with ancient stories.
I know, it sounds like the setup for a really strange joke, doesn't it? But this question is actually at the very core of the lesson we're exploring. It's all about a connection that promises to make abstract math feel a whole lot more real.
So before we can get to the stories, we've got to start with the math itself. The entire lesson is built around one single key formula for measuring these slanted, four-sided shapes that you see all over the place.
And there it is. Simple, elegant, and honestly pretty powerful. The area of a parallelogram is just its base multiplied by its height. It's a fundamental piece of geometry, and as you're about to see, it's the key that unlocks this entire lesson.
Now here's what's so interesting about this approach. It immediately gives that formula a purpose. It's not just about abstract numbers. The big idea here is that math is a tool for solving real-world problems, and in this specific context, for serving others with excellence.
So, how does that connection actually play out? Well, the lesson introduces us to a figure named Deborah, a judge from the Hebrew Bible, and throws us right into a practical design problem.
Okay, so our first task is a creative one. We're asked to imagine Deborah creating a banner shaped like a parallelogram for one of the tribes of Israel, and we're given the exact dimensions she has to work with. And this just illustrates the application perfectly. You've got a base of 12 feet and a height of 8 feet. You plug those right into our formula, base times height, and there you have it, a total area of 96 square feet. It's simple, clear, and totally practical.
But the lesson doesn't just stop with one banner. To really make sure the concept sticks, it walks students through a couple more design challenges that someone like Deborah might have faced.
So check this out. We have two completely different projects here. Another banner and a cover for a worship tent. They have totally different dimensions, right? One is 10 by 9, the other is 15 by 6. But what's really interesting is that they both end up with the exact same area, 90 square feet. It's such a great way to show how different shapes can take up the same amount of space.
Okay, so we've seen the examples they walk through in class. Now let's take a look at how the lesson reinforces everything through homework that actually mixes calculation with creativity.
I really love the variety here. I mean, students have to do the straightforward math, of course, but they also get to create their own story problem, and they're asked to reflect on why any of this is actually useful in the real world. It's about so much more than just getting the right answer.
But there's one homework question that really stands out because it completely flips the script. It actually asks students to think in reverse, which is, a critical skill for any kind of problem solving. So this time, instead of being asked to find the area, you're given the area, 200 square feet, and you're given the base. So how do you find the height? Well, you just work backward. You reverse the operation. You divide the total area by the base you already know, and that gives you the missing piece, 20 feet. It's a really clever way to test if you truly understand the concept.
So we've gone through the mechanics of the math. But the most unique part of this lesson isn't really the how, it's the why, the clear philosophy that's driving this whole way of teaching.
And here it is, a verse from the book of Colossians. This single quote ties everything together. It reframes the math lesson. It's not just an academic exercise anymore, but an act of diligence and purpose. The goal is excellence, no matter what you're doing, whether you're calculating an area or weaving a banner.
This really leaves us with a much bigger question. This whole lesson framed geometry through a lens of ancient stories and a kind of sacred purpose. It makes you wonder, how does the story that we wrap around any subject completely change how we see it, how we value it, and ultimately, how well we actually learn it?